I've got a new electric vehicle charger here in the state of ChargerRater, and this time it is the Clevercharge. And what we're going to do here today is the quick charge review of the Clevercharge. My quick charge reviews are 10-minute compressed versions of my full reviews. I posted the full review of the Clevercharge on State of Charge about a week or two ago. That review is almost an hour long. Not everybody wants to watch an hour-long video, so I have a quick charge series where I compress the full reviews down to about 10 minutes. That's what you're getting here today, the quick charge review of the Clevercharge. Let's get started with the unboxing first. Okay, so we've got the unit out of the box. Here is the body of the unit. Nice compact unit, not too big. It comes with a 25-foot long cable standard. I got the unit with the NEMA 1450 plug, so this is a 40 amp unit. It's also available as a hardwired 48 amp unit. This is the J1772 connector. It's also available with a NACS connector. This is a good solid connector. I like how it feels. It's got a rubberized grip, feels well made. The only complaint I will make is the locking tab on the top seems like it's made of plastic. I prefer when these are made of metal. They're less likely to break if you drop them. Here is the connector holster, an unnecessarily large one at that, but it'll do the trick. This is the quick start guide. It also comes with 8 drywall anchors and 8 screws, and also the driver bit for the screws. And then we have the Clever key. Now they gave me 2 of these. I'm not sure why. I think you only need 1. They may have given me an extra one for the review. Not sure why, but this plugs into your vehicle's OBD2 port. It communicates with the charger. That's really the secret sauce of the Clevercharge, that it actually communicates with your car, gets information about your car to give you better charging advice. All right, next up, we're going to jump into the key features of the Clevercharge. As for the Clevercharge Home's key features, the 40 amp version costs $399 and the 48 amp version is $449. So there's a $50 difference. And it doesn't matter if you order it with the J1772 connector or the NACS connector. The price is the same. The dimensions are 12 inches by 8 inches by 3¼ inches. The unit's available in the 40 amp version, which will deliver 9.6 kilowatt, and a 48 amp version, which can deliver up to 11.5 kilowatt. It has adjustable power output from 10 amps up to 40 amps or 48 amps, depending on the unit you purchase. It has a 25-foot long cable that is 18.6 millimeter thick. There are J1772 and NACS connector options. It utilizes a Clever key to access vehicle data. It has a Type 4 enclosure per UL 50E, which is equivalent to a NEMA 4 enclosure. The only difference in that is NEMA 4 enclosures don't need to be independently tested and verified, but Type 4 UL 50E rated enclosures do need to be independently tested and verified, which this unit was. It has an operating temperature of 122 degrees Fahrenheit down to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a Wi-Fi connected smart charger. It's Energy Star rated. It comes with a 3-year factory warranty, and it is made in India. The Clevercharge is very simple to install. You first mount the mounting bracket on the wall. There's a bunch of screws here for you to use to mount it with. Try to land it on a stud. That's always the best practice, so it's nice and strong. Once you have the mounting bracket on the wall, the unit slips over it here. Line it up with the 4 screws on the side, which they provide. They're regular Phillips head screws, so you just need a regular Phillips head screwdriver. Let me tighten those up. And if you do have the plug-in version, now you just plug it in. One thing to be mindful of though, the ground on the NEMA 1450 plug on the Clevercharge is up. It's ground up. Many other electric vehicle chargers are ground down. Popular chargers like the Grizzle E products, the Enphase, EVco, and also Emporia. All their products have ground down. So if you're swapping this out for one of those units, you're gonna have to turn your NEMA 1450 the other way around, or you're gonna have to mount it where you twist the plug around and plug it in like that, which can be done. It's just be mindful of if it's a very low NEMA 1450, your charger is gonna have to be way down here. It's interesting how some companies have the ground up and some have the ground down. I wish there was some sort of an industry standard. There isn't. And then you mount the connector holster. It's just 2 screws, one on the bottom and one through the center. Put your cable around there and you plug in either the J1772 or NACS connector. The unit's available with both, and the connector holster will match whatever connector that you've ordered your unit with. The Clevercharge passed all of my usual tests, including baking the unit with a heat lamp to 120 degrees Fahrenheit in the extreme heat test, the cold weather testing, which includes the deep freeze cable pliability test and the frozen connector concrete drop test, and finally, cutting the power mid-charge in the automatic restart test to make sure that the charger begins charging the vehicle again once power is restored. State of Charge is powered by Qmerit, North America's premier installer of electric vehicle charging equipment. After I've helped you decide which charger to buy, follow the link in the description of my videos and have Qmerit install it. And if you do follow that link, Qmerit will waive the $150 installation deposit. But this is an exclusive offer for State of Charge followers. So in order to get that offer, you must follow the link in the description of my videos. All right, so I've been using the Clevercharge Home for about a month now, actually, and it charged a variety of electric vehicles on it just to make sure there are no compatibility issues, and everything worked just fine, including a Tesla that I charged with the J1772 to NACS adapter, so no issues there. And it's been charging my Lightning just fine, keeping all the stats in the app. You get to see all your different charging sessions, which is nice to see, but a lot of apps provide thorough, comprehensive reports on your charging sessions. There's nothing really specifically better about the way the Clevercharge does it. But overall, the unit performed like a very solid unit. And quite honestly, at $399 for the 40 amp version and $449 for the hardwired 48 amp version, the Clevercharge is a pretty solid value in my opinion. All right, so that's the good. The unit performed just fine, no issues, passed all of our tests. Only thing we have left now is to talk about my scoring. And for that, first we're going to jump to the ChargerRater. All right, since the Clevercharge is available in 2 different options, the 40 amp and the 48 amp hardwired, I made a ChargerRater for both. But first, we're going to go over the 40 amp plug-in unit that I had in this review. In the cost and value category, it scored 24 points. For power and construction, it scored with 20 points. As for tests, it scored with 21 points. For intelligence, 19 points. And that gives the Clevercharge Home 40 amp charger a total of 84 points, which when translated to a 5-star rating, gets 4.2 stars out of 5. Next up, we'll take a look at the ChargerRater for the Clevercharge Home 48 amp hardwired device. Okay, just about all of the scores are the same. I'm just going to highlight the ones that aren't. The cost is $50 more, so it finishes up with 23 points. For power and construction, it doesn't lose the 1 point that the 40 amp unit did because it can deliver 48 amps. And for the temperature sensor in the plug, because this is a hardwired unit, it doesn't lose the 3 points that the other unit did. So it finishes up the power and construction category with 24 points. So that's the only differences. Everything else is the same in the unit. So the ChargerRater final score is 87 points, which when translated to a 5-star rating, the Clevercharge 48 amp home unit gets a score of 4.35 stars out of 5. All right, well, next up, let's take a look at the hits and misses for the Clevercharge Home 40. I'll start off with the hits. It has very good multi-vehicle and multi-location management. As I mentioned earlier, I think this would be a very good selection if you're managing a fleet of vehicles where they were being charged at multiple locations. And then there's the fact that it pulls data from your vehicle's OBD2 port. That's really the cornerstone of the intelligence of the Clevercharge Home. And it had very good cold weather cable performance, one of the better performing cables that we've tested. And as for the misses, it does not have intelligent power management and it can't power share between multiple units. I also found that the AI features that it currently had really weren't very useful for my particular use case. And finally, the fact that it doesn't have temperature sensors in the NEMA 1450 plug, that's a big miss for safety. All right, well, that's all I have here today for the Clevercharge home review. Now, I will have a link to purchase the Clevercharge in the description of this video if you're interested in buying it. And if this is your first time here at State of Charge, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming electric vehicle news and reviews. And as always, thanks for watching.